Okay, and we're back. I actually had to realize that you can't see the achievements pop up, which is a bit of a shame because I'm recording only the window, and the Steam overlay is actually a different window on Linux. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame. I love recording the Steam achievement when they pop up, but oh well. Okay, so let's actually go outside to the island
My
interior.
business right now is down those stairs with 3 pirate leaders and the fat wad of cash they're gonna give me.
Interesting. I don't think that was the original. Oh, it's no longer Lane, obviously.
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's tough on toughness.
Carla, so that's the sword master from the first game. And there's the pirate ship. LeChuck.
I'll talk to the pirate leaders before I go see what LeChuck is up to. Some things never change. The scum bar will be here as long as there are pirates. Damn pirate wannabes. Some things never
Oh,
change. The scum bar will be here as long as there are pirates. Damn pirate wannabes.
I feel like there's less monologues and dialogue options. Go straight.
Oops, I almost forgot to duck into the scum bar to ask the pirate leaders to back my expedition.
The lighting effects are pretty nice, like the way it blends. Oh, it's a classic music from the first one. Eventually, I want to do a lot of these effects, but like mostly in the CPU, not in the GPU. But I want to do them in Skunk. Like I want to do higher resolution and really kind of get modern adventure games, but with just minimal hardware requirements. And they should run everywhere. They should run on a Dreamcast, maybe even an N64, PC, Android, iOS, Linux, Mac, Amiga, pretty much everywhere through Scum VM. Anyhow, let's
I'm
talk to
here to
this
talk to
guy.
the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition. It's a book for storing collectible trivia cards. Looks like someone just left it here unattended.
Oh. In the back of the scum bar is a giant whale, the cellar, a fishing trophy, the kitchen. Yeah, of course. I remember that from the first game. I actually played the first game on a Hercules machine with a monochrome monitor. Um, like my family owned a computer back then, a Pentium 1 with 60 hearts, megahertz. But I actually went to this youth club, and they had like in the atrium they had like an NES, and and then they had like a small room that was always crammed to the max with just youngsters, and we were playing all these old games on DOS machines that just got donated, I guess.
Looks like a circus act. Maybe.
And yeah, one day I was just strolling along and I saw somebody playing Secret of Monkey Island, and I just joined in. Yeah, those are definitely not the pirates from the first one.
I really need to talk with the pirate leaders first.
And I don't think it smelled good in the first game either in the kitchen.
Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders. Get lost.
are the three older guys who used to hold court here?
Who cares?
Probably crying in an alley somewhere, wishing they were still relevant.
Making up trials for each other and writing memoirs that no one will read.
I hadn't heard there was a change of leadership.
Oh, no. Did nobody remember to notify you? Maybe your party invite got lost in the mail.
I like the old guys more. I don't know. I mean, the black guy kind of fits in, but I don't know if the other dick. It's kind of weird what she does with the knife there. I don't know. I don't think the middle character fits at all. It's just personal preference.
Is it you I should talk to about financing an expedition?
An expedition? Who is it that you think you are exactly?
I'm Kyber Streetwood. Probably you've heard of me.
Probably not. Permission to slaughter the annoying old wastrel man, Captain Madison.
Wait, it was Captain Madison? She's like famous! I've got her on a trading card. Her plunder stats are amazing!
Plunder stats aren't everything.
Then the others were Captain Lila and Captain Trent. It was Lila who threatened to kill you?
Look, they weren't that great, okay? Listen to the story.
Want me to slaughter him? Don't bother. He's just a harmless hack who thinks he has a good idea for a pirate raid.
I think I've heard about Trent before. From one of the past games, maybe.
I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island.
You're wasting our time.
The secret? I didn't think that was even a real thing.
It's a prize of incalculable monetary value.
I don't know about incalculable. Quick, who can count to zero the fastest?
Okay, I'm sensing some reluctance, but hear me out. Would you at least consider advancing me some funds? It's a surefire investment. Triple your money or your money back.
Not interested.
I could make it worth your while to help me hire a crew. The percentage of their earnings or something?
No one in here wants to chase your pipe dream.
Could you at least point me towards an available ship?
You don't even have a ship?
You're really up a creek.
Up a creek without a ship.
If you don't take this opportunity, LeChuck will grab it.
LeChuck?
Yes, the dreaded zombie ghost pirate LeChuck himself is also going after the secret. He's here in Melee getting ready right now. If that doesn't prove it's a worthwhile venture, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great. Problem solved.
Excellent. You'll do it.
No, of course not. Why waste money on an expedition when you can just join the one that's already going?
Have fun with your scary ghost friend. Bye-bye.
Well, the slight problem with that idea is that LeChuck and I are basically mortal enemies. Fine. I don't need you or your money. I can do this on my own. If I can't buy a ship, I'll steal one. I'm a pirate. I'll find a way to get to Monkey Island no matter what it takes. I like the old pirate leaders better.
Okay. I kind of like the little effects, like the slamming with the wind. I think when he slammed the door, it actually went faster. Maybe just an optical illusion. My state-of-the-art pen.
The than the sword. I've got a few coins for incidentals.
I remember the second game when you had like this massive cache of gold, and then Largo Legrand came and took it all. I still remember playing that as a kid, and I was like, "Wow, there's so much money. What will I do with it?" And like 5 seconds later, all the money's gone. Okay, trivia. It's interesting. There's just like a to-do list. This is like more of an RPG thing usually. Um, it's very interesting. So I have to find a ship, and I have to find the secret of Monkey Island and relive the glory days. This looks like a child's drawing again. It's weird. Maybe this is like maybe this is a meta joke. Maybe this is also an illusion, and this is also a child. After all, it's gonna be interesting. That's why I couldn't wait to play it, because I didn't want to. This is the one game I didn't want to spoil. I didn't read anything. I didn't watch any playthroughs. Didn't I watched some interviews, but I mostly just tune out whenever they actually talk about the plot line. So yeah. Huge shout out, by the way, to Category on Telegram. He actually gave me the idea. He reminded me that I got a whatchamacallit, I got an Avermedia recording device. I can't get it to work right now, but it's a great idea actually. To, instead of having OBS or what I use, Cree.io, I can easily just hook it all up to my Mac Mini, and then um, record from the Mac Mini, and that way I don't have to have all the load on my Chromebook while I'm playing. And I can also have the glorious achievements uh, that I like to see pop up. But yeah, right now it's not working because actually it's kind of weird. Whenever I plug it in, it tries to sync to 768p, and on my monitor it just stays blank. My monitor is 1200p. It's 1920 by 1200. So maybe there's an issue because it's actually the Avermedia is only rated for 1080p. I don't know. It's weird. I don't think I've ever had a problem before. I've not used it in a full year, so anyhow. The idea is pretty solid. I will definitely do that as soon as I can maybe get my hands on like a HDMI splitter, because I've tried recording and it does record. I just can't actually see the screen. So maybe if I split the signal and don't use the Avermedia output, and I just split the signal straight to my monitor, well, we'll see. I guess I could also probably just get a second display port, a second USB-C cable to HDMI, but then I wouldn't have the ability to actually plug in my device into the power socket. So that would kind of, yeah, the battery would run out pretty quickly. The
How
ship.
clever. How clever.
It's actually called the ship. Wow. I'm still not sure of the audio. I'm turning it up a bit, just a slight bit.
How clever.
Job openings.
Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here.
Looking for a job? Step this way.
The clipboard in your hand says you're the quartermaster.
The crew says I'm the quartermaster. Clipboard doesn't get a vote. You look like a guy without many options. You want a job? Short of swabby. LeChuck's an equal opportunity employer. Even humans are mostly tolerated.
Have you got anything more senior?
Well, I need a second mate, a bosun, a ship surgeon, and a gunner. Do you think you're qualified for any of those?
Ship surgeon could be gunner. I mean, he shot a couple cannons in the past.
I could be the gunner. Oh, I'm great at that. Boom, boom.
You look a little scrawny. What do you bench?
Bench? No problem. I sat on one for 12 hours once. I can take it.
I have a lot to do today.
I was about to say this is like the female Murray, but Murray is actually back as well, I believe. Like he was in the trailer.
I'd make a great bosun.
Exactly what qualifications have you got for that?
I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. Okay, maybe 8.
Don't waste my time, okay?
I could be second mate.
Do you honestly have any idea what a second mate does?
Goes to store openings and funerals and waits for the first mate to be incapacitated.
I thought so.
How about ship surgeon?
I assume you have some kind of medical degree?
Is that a definite requirement?
Sorry.
Maybe Swabby's not so bad after all.
The only requirement is that you bring your own mop. If you've got a mop, job is... Hey, wait a minute. What's your name, sailor?
I can't say I'm Guybrush Threepwood, I believe. Smith, John Smith. How about Andrew LeChuck, nephew?
Andrew LeChuck, nephew.
Oh, ballsy play, Andrew. LeChuck gave me a blacklist and you're on it. In fact, you are the blacklist. I'm sorry, can't hire you. You're obviously Guybrush Threepwood.
Well, that's a slight hitch.
I'm confused. Didn't you say you were gonna get your own ship?
Yes, but then suddenly I thought, why bother? I wanted a ship and a crew. Here was a ship and a crew. Right for the taking. All I had to do was get on board, wait for the right moment, and strike.
Strike?
Mutiny the crew, seize the ship. Be a pirate.
Except they wouldn't hire you because they knew who you were.
Yeah, that was a problem. Also, I needed a mom.
This is the exact spot from the first ever trailer. I was so excited when I saw that trailer. I know a lot of people were just like pissed off because the graphics were not what they expected. But yeah.
I hope this isn't one of those party cruises.
Oh, there's another trivia card. Supplies.
Say what you want about my evil, horrible nemesis LeChuck, but he does know how to stock a ship. No parking of demonic, ghostly, or undead vessels or scooters. Tuesdays 3 to 4.
He could be German. That's such a German thing.
Looks like this is going to be a long journey.
Okay, let's see. I feel like the game is a bit more pixel searchy than the original. The fantastic thing about the original Scum engine was that because you had to have a minimum of 8x8 pixels for every hotspot, there was no pixel search involved really, especially at a low resolution. That was one of the few. I think Sierra and other companies had that problem, but with Scum engine, it was always obvious. So there was
Why
no
was
unfair.
Wally in such a hurry? He wouldn't sell us out to Madison, would he?
I believe he needed to relieve the pressure upon him in a different way.
So there was no unfair situation really. I like the ship. It looks kind of nice.
It'll be my ship soon enough.
There's Carla again. Trivia book. Oh, I can't answer that one. Reginald Van Winslow. Which game was he? I don't even remember which one he was. Was he even in the first and second one? Winslow. I remember his voice and the tone of his voice. I just don't remember which game he was in. Was he just in Tails? Okay. The map is... I feel the map is different. Was there water before? Okay. Shipyard. Governor's Mansion. Low Street. Let's go and visit Stan. Oh,
What happened to Stan's previously owned vessels?
It's not his anymore. Of course.
The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day.
It only says Tans.
It says Tan's previously owned vessels. So sad. Stan's used to be the best place to buy used ships. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. It's a dried up old sea sponge.
Le Grand Sponge. I remember that from the... It's probably not related. Or it could be.
It's good for relieving stress.
I mean, it could be related to Tales of Monkey Island.
Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now.
Cannot take it? Okay, can't take it. There's another trivia card. This kind of reminds me of, whatchamacallit, of Thimbleweed Park. The dust spots that you had to pick up.
It always looks bigger on this side of the island.
Well,
I remember when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival.
a lot of forest still exists. Let's look at the forest. This reminds me very much of the original game. Like, everything is there.
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
Even the creatures.
Museum of Pirate Lore. Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now.
And that actually reminds me of Discworld because of the chest.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. I also edit the Pirate Times newsletter. Here, take my business card.
Thanks.
The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
I missed a spot. Let's go outside and try to right-click. I want to hear commentary.
Once upon a time, I won a t-shirt right here on the front lawn.
Yep. Okay, is that all? Okay. Yeah, I needed to hear that, and I do remember it. But I don't think you just arrived there in the original game. I believe you had to go for the entire forest first.
Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
Okay, I think this is just Ron Gilbert showing off physics.
What was this cinder you got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me.
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the
Aw.
candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot. Actually, I think I'd rather not hear about that again. That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous Peg Leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
Tell me again about the lady with the peg leg.
That belonged to the infamous Peg Leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
That's a nice oar.
The one with the coffin, yeah. The coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town, but I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
Yeah, that's the poster we made in the first game. In the second game, sorry.
What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy #1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important.
I love how it says, how it just said, spoiler alert.
What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Malay jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs, and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
I feel like the museum is a meta joke because the entire game feels like a museum.
Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. The display case is locked. What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on, though, and nothing happened.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern. interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine.
Okay, no stealing his peg leg. It's not even a real peg leg. Like his actual foot is there. It's empty. Oh, there's a trivia card. I can't answer these trivias. I'm kind of afraid of answering them wrongly. I don't know if I get to redo.
Pirate Times. Editor Conrad Lee. Ready to publish your unrecognized genius.
Because they're actually linked to a Steam achievement, and it counts up. So I don't know. And I actually loaded a save earlier before I got the trivia card, and the trivia card was still there, answered correctly, but yeah, I don't know what happens if I answered wrongly. I don't think I get a do-over.
It's Cracker Mix. Some assembly required.
It's just like in the second game. There's not much here, I guess. Yeah. He definitely played a lot with, Ron Gilbert definitely played a lot with physics and particle effects. You can kind of tell. I mean, I would have loved an original kind of pixel art game as well, but I think this suits it very nicely as well. I'm not a purist in this regard.
It doesn't seem interested.
Let me see. Maybe place it on the plank? How can I place it? See, this is kind of annoying because in the original 8-bit games, in the original first, second, and also in the third one, you could pretty much try everything. And here it just outright tells you, no, you can't. So, it's a bit annoying. I think I remember there being a troll here. Or a guy in a troll suit. There's High Street. Let's go to Governor's Mansion.
LeChuck, sir. Just thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood, mint, and an annoying skull.
Well done. Mark yourself down for one less lashing this voyage.
Funny story. Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the crew.
Threepwood? He must be looking for the secret too. That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed. Wait, live. I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Sure. I want to bring this up one more time. Is searching for this mythical secret of Monkey Island a good idea? Should we be out terrorizing the high seas, instilling fear, creating mayhem, being more on brand for LeChuck?
I've had enough of you questioning my orders. Finish loading the ship, and whatever you do, don't let Threepwood on board.
Very well.
I don't think that's the original voice actor for LeChuck. I don't remember it being this close to the cliff. Maybe that was just the camera angle in the original. I actually saw some of the original concept arts, and they had like additional walls. It was quite interesting to see how they reduced the artwork. Oh, and there's that's a jail, and a church.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
I don't remember there being a blacksmith.
Welcome to my shop.
Hi. At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
Okay, did they seriously just make a real world connection?
What's that lock?
That's for hats.
What's that lock?
It's meant for bachelors to secure their apartments.
What's that lock?
A special one that can open with any of 4 different keys. And please don't touch the glass.
What's this lock?
A famous lawyer used that to keep people from stealing his front doormat.
What's that lock?
That's for sealing a container full of evaporated gas.
What's that lock?
It's for a small jazz band to lock up their gear.
What's this lock?
A special one that can open with any of 4 different keys.
See, that's what I like when they have multiple dialogues going on. When you just click and there's more dialogue.
What's that key?
That's for a lockable quiver.
What's this key?
That one is only for going in, never for coming out. Please don't touch the glass.
Because that's kind of what made the original LucasArts games. Apparently, this is LucasArts too. Like, this is a terrible toy box, but I saw the retail box already because I pre-ordered the limited run game, limited run games edition, the collector's boxes, and they have LucasArts in them. So apparently, this is made in conjunction with LucasArts.
What's that key?
That one's for making a quick exit from somewhere you're trapped. Please don't touch the glass.
But yeah, that's what made.
What's this key?
That opens a long straight wardrobe for keeping long straight dresses. Please don't touch the glass.
But that's what made it kind of famous, like the original LucasArts games. They had more dialogue than our series.
What's this key?
That activates a mechanical kettle.
What's that key?
That unlocks your house. Please don't touch the glass.
What's this key?
That's for a lockable quiver.
What's that key?
That one is only for going in,
Okay,
never for coming out.
there we go.
These are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass?
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
These are nice.
Thanks.
Are these for customers?
Hands off. Those are my last crackers.
We can give her crackers.
It doesn't seem interested.
Hmm.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
That's an impressive machine.
Yep. This wouldn't be much of a lock shop without a key grinder.
Can I try out your key grinder?
No. I wouldn't want you to lose any fingers.
Come on. Can I please try your key grinder?
Seriously, I don't much care if you grind off a finger. But I don't want to have to clean up afterwards.
Come on. Can I please try your key grinder?
Seriously, I don't much care
Whoops.
if you grind off.
I see everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have to make a pun, at least make a good one.
I see everyone in that portrait.
If you have...
Is that from a famous locksmith band or something?
My mother's band, the Golden Keys. They were named after some actual golden keys that she spent a bunch of time looking for.
What more can you tell me about the golden keys?
Not much. I was just a kid, and mysteries have never been my thing. Too messy.
What more can you tell me about the golden keys?
Not much.
Okay. I guess we checked everything, every nook and cranny. Oh, there we go.
What is that? It's definitely not a key. Or a lock.
It's a fishing lure, of course.
Of course. How much for the fishing lure?
It's not for sale. This is a locksmith shop. Perhaps you saw the sign outside?
And this is actually in the limited run collector's edition of the game. And one of them, there's a key that's shaped like this fishing lure. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break here because I'm getting kind of tired.